This organizer arrived on time, and is built as advertised. I am very happy with it and like the ability to carry it back and forth between our home and RV. It saves having batteries sitting around in many places and they are easy to find and organize. The battery tester measures voltage accurately even when tested against my expensive voltmeter. I wish I had bought one of these years ago. May buy one for each of our kids, grandkids, so they can find their batteries when they need them. After reading the lower-rated reviews, I was thinking that I wouldn't be happy with this case. Guess what? They are wrong. First, some folks complained about the odor of the foam, but that is something that is easily solved. I placed some dryer sheets beneath the foam, and I also let it air out overnight. Second, others complained that they had to remove the foam cutouts. Gasp. To me, it made sense that the forms were left in place until the consumer received the product. Plus, it was actually fun to take them out and punch them with a pencil eraser. I am 58 years old, and I did it while I watched television. I purchased 2 different cases. I wanted to have one upstairs and one downstairs, so I wouldn't have to tote a single one from floor to floor. They are different in a few ways, but I really like this one more. This one has the zipper, mesh pocket for the packages of 2020s and 2032s I have to use for my key fobs and other uses. I keep this case closer to where the downstairs, of course, to be able to access them. I thought I wouldn't have enough room in one case for all the batteries I have. My mother tends to hoard them after I buy them, so I am constantly buying more than I need. Except for a few C batteries, all of them fit into one case. Splitting them upstairs and downstairs made a lot of sense, and I had plenty of room. I am so happy to have things more organized. I stuck little slips of paper with the date on the first battery and the row of each series. Just cut little strips. Write the date on them. Shift the battery back. Slide the slip of paper in front of the battery, and you are all set. Wanted this device forever but have never pulled the trigger on buying it due to the price. I felt flush after all my Xmas and Hanukkah cash and decided to splurge and purchase the ZTS MBT1. I already own an inexpensive battery tester which does an okay job, but measures the charge on the battery without putting a load on it. That's where the ZTS distinguishes itself from other testers. Rather than a gauge, it uses a string of LEDs running from red to yellow to green to indicate the relative charge left. The positive end of the battery is placed on the appropriate area of the MBT1 and the attached cable is held to the negative side. The lights will come on and settle down after a couple seconds to indicate the remaining charge. The delay is because the MBT1 is putting a momentary charge on the battery to test it. This is a much more accurate measure than the inexpensive battery testers also for sale on Amazon. For many of you contemplating this purchase, this will be an overpriced solution to a relatively simple task. If, however, you're neurotic and compulsive like me, this is a really top-quality electronic instrument to check over 40 types of batteries. I doubt you'll ever save enough money to justify owning it, but you'll get a reliable solution as to whether it's the battery or the device that is causing something not to power on. Also, be aware that the MBT1 itself requires 4 AA batteries in order for it to put the appropriate load on what's being tested. It does a self-test when you turn it on to make sure the 4 AAs are sufficiently charged. Click link in description for more reviews.